Morning. Morning Sandra, morning Dunk, morning Alston, morning Robert, morning Graham, morning Lorna, morning Harry, morning Margaret, morning Nancy, morning Lorna, morning John. Yeah, numbers are climbing nicely. Hi Thomas. Hi Ian, Jane. Hi Hammy from Cooper. You're right, excuse the noise folks, I've got the builders in. So it can get a wee bit, it might be a wee bit noisy in the background. So we'll get to that, Jim, saying you missed me for 3 days. You're going to miss me a bit more than that, surely. Right, give a wee second there and then we'll get started, alright? Now, that's us up at the 100 mark, so let's get this broadcast underway. It's Indy Truck Davy out the truck and at home in his office in Salisbury, North Lanarkshire, where it's 6 degrees. Not a bad morning, actually. Sun's been up most of the morning. Not bad at all. So that's the weather forecast for Salisbury, North Lanarkshire. If you want to know what the weather's like where you are, look at your rain bloody windy. Now, folks, I don't know if you noticed that the title to today's broadcast is The Announcement I Didn't Want to Make. Thank you very much, John, the van driving legend. So this won't be a long program this morning. I'm just going to, because it is something I don't want to have to do, but on medical advice, I'm going to have to do it. I had a health episode in the early hours of Saturday morning, and in the course of investigating that health issue, I was asked a series of questions, and when they managed to rule out weight, lung capacity, and all these things as a symptom, they went on to lifestyle. And as you guys know, it takes me about 8 hours a day to do an Indy Truck Daily Show. And on top of that, I've also got my own interests by following all the reports on poverty. Like, for instance, poverty is up 20% in England and up 33 to 38% in the northeast of England, depending on what county you're in. So I'm basically putting in about 12 to 13 hours a day between keeping up with all the reports and all the issues that are going on in Westminster and Holyrood, and trolling the news and writing the show. Now, I took the new job I'm in 6 months ago to improve my work-life balance. My work life's got better, but my home life balance has got worse because I still got to juggle all the other things, as well as all the effort I put into making the show anyway. And as you guys know, I go up my ding and you often say to me, watch your blood pressure, watch your blood pressure, watch your blood pressure. Well, according to the people who treated me on Saturday morning, I maybe need to reassess my work-life balance. Sorry about the noise, I'll sit a wee bit closer. So, I thought about it over a couple of days, and I really do have to sort out my work-life balance, because it would appear that the amount of time I put into this, the amount of stress I give myself when I go up my dinger, and the amount of stress I give myself when I'm reading these reports on all sorts of issues, and then spending a further 5 to 8 hours scripting a show each day, has taken a toll on my health. And that led to an episode in the early hours of Saturday morning, sorry about that, folks, after a day finished work. So I'm afraid I won't be stopping broadcasting, but I won't be stopping the daily ones until I get the balance right again. Now, I don't know whether that'll be in a week, whether that'll be in a month, but the 2 Davies will still go out twice a week, and when there's something that needs to be spoke about, I will do a vox pop. Probably time it for the same time in the morning, give a couple of days notice it's going to happen, but I need to drop this down for 8 broadcasts a week to something more manageable, because I'm not managing my time well, and it's taking a blow on my health. So I'm afraid I'm going to miss you guys every day as much as you're going to miss me, but I'm not disappearing. The 2 Davies are good. I think it's 2 o'clock this afternoon or 3 o'clock. We'll put a post out before it. And you'll still get the 2 Davies twice a week. And as I say, when there's a big issue to be spoken about, then I'll do a 15-minute vox pop on it, and just let that out. Whether I pre-record it or go live, I'm not sure. I'll probably go live because I want to get out on both platforms. But for a wee while, I'm afraid that I'm going to have to reassess the way I do things. Because I don't just do these broadcasts, as you know, folks. I also campaign on issues. I get involved in consultations. We've got groups to run. There's all sorts goes on out there that's in the background as well as trying to do it. As I say, but I got a Friday in the early hours of Saturday morning, and I need to step back for a wee bit. So, for my health, I'm not going to step back forever. It's not in my character, folks. He's not like him. I'll struggle to stay away from the camera and stay away from the mic and stay away discussing these important issues with you guys. I'll struggle with it. But I really need to take the time out. Aye, I seen the poll, MC. I seen it. We'll talk about it in the 2 Davies this afternoon. It's interesting this because what Sir John Curtis is saying in the National this morning actually basically rubbishes Lord Ashcroft's poll, because what he says in the National this morning is that independence popularity tends to follow the First Minister's popularity. The press are also back at spinning the pish they were doing in 2014. I don't want to get into it too much because we'll talk about this afternoon. But the press are back pushing this pish. 4 in 10 Scots want the First Minister to step down. So that means 6 in 10, the majority want to resign. And John Curtis says that the polling is still following along the constitutional lines. So he puts Lord Ashcroft's poll as an outlier. He reckons we're still at 50-50, Sir John Curtis. But guys, I won't be disappearing. It's not in my... There's no way I could keep my neb out. You know I couldn't keep my neb out. I just have to get time to get myself back on track and to restructure how I do things, you know, so that it is possible to get back on track. So, as I say, how long it takes me to work things out where I can get that 8 hours a day between scouring the news and then picking out the subjects that I want to talk to you about and then writing a script. I need to get that sorted. Because it is taking a strain on my health. And as you all know, I'm known to go off and one, and you guys often point out it's bad for my blood pressure. Thanks, John. You guys are often pointing out it's bad for my blood pressure. Calm down, Davey, you'll blow a gasket. Well, guess what? I blew a gasket. After speaking to the doctors, they said, you know, you've been doing this for how long, Mr. McGuinness? So you've been running on 4 hours sleep for six and a bit years. And I had to say, well, aye. I says, I could get more rest now that I'm not on the road for 10 or 12 hours. But instead, I'm not doing that. I'm spending more time at my desk, reading more Commons reports, more different foundations reports, Disability Scotland's reports, all that sort of thing, SEPA reports. But you know what, like I'm just through everything, you know. So what happened was my work-life balance, my work balance got better, but my life balance got worse. So I'm still running on 20 hours a day of studying, reading, writing, and as I say, it's just caught up with me. So see, this is an announcement I wanted to make because you guys are wonderful. It's like a big family watching you guys every day interact in the comments. And I worry about you losing that interaction with each other. Especially if some of you, that's all the interaction you're getting in a day if you live on your own. You know, so I worry a lot about that as well. I mean, that's why we do the Christmas special and things like that. But, as I say, I have to get the balance right, folks. I really have to get the balance right. So that's it for now. Remember to support the mainstream media. Support Support Broadcasting Scotland, Independence Live, Indie Live Radio, Caledon Media, Trues Radio, the iScot magazine, the national newspaper, independent bloggers and bloggers. I want to thank you all for the massive support you give us here on the Two Davies and the Indie Truck Daily channel as we raise money. I'll have a look and tell you where we're at in the crowdfunding this afternoon in the Two Davies show. Now, the Indie 2 Cafe are having they're having a charity night at the New House Hotel here in Motherwell, and thanks, Greg. And the details are on my timeline if you scroll down. They're on the Indie 2 Cafe's Facebook group, and I'll give you the details this afternoon in the Two Davies show. All right. Now, remember, join the Freedom Chain, the Chain for Freedom or Freedom Chain, and as I say, support the independent broadcasters. But I'm going to remember, folks, keep your eyes on the prize. The way they're going after the First Minister at the moment and try to demonise her, making her popular in the eyes of the Scottish people is astonishing. Absolutely astonishing, as I say. But remember, the last couple of bits of guidance: clean hands and surfaces regularly, face masks in enclosed public spaces if you're not feeling well. I'm not feeling well at the moment. As I say, when I get the balance right, I'll be back. Look after yourselves. I will be worried about you, I will be concerned. But watch out for the 15-minute box when I'll get something important to say. When an issue comes up, then I'll do single issue programmes rather than spending 5 hours trawling the news and 3 hours writing a script. Okay. I'll do, if something important comes up, then I'll do 15-minute box pops. You might get one or two a week, but that's it, folks. Until I get the balance right. So look after yourselves. I'll see you this afternoon, the Two Davies. As I say, I will be worried about these, especially those of you who watch every day and interact well in the comments, because there's every chance, as far as I know, this is all the interaction you're going to get in that day if you live on your own. So, as I say, I am sorry. A wee bit emotional. Catch you all later.